Welcome. The ride is beginning now. How many of you are there? Nobody else to play with? Well, who needs them? Are you a first time? That's what I thought. I'm so glad to see you back. I really am. Now I will ask you to type in your... Thanks a lot. I need to remind you that your buzzer is the letter B. Again, welcome to the ride, and I'll see you at the bottom.
It's time for the show where high culture and pop culture collide. This episode of You Don't Know Jack, The Ride is sponsored by Mega Media Conglomerated. We use 5 media to drag people's personal lives through the mud in the name of objectivity. And now, here's your host, Guy Towers.
Hello and welcome. Well, you may have chosen Geraldo over the plague, but we may still have to quarantine you. Ready? Time to meet the press. Alrighty, buzz in. This baby's gonna be... How to be a smarty pants reporter. Here's the question. Okay, imagine you're a reporter and your boss tells you to write an article. What might you... It's yours if you want it. Grammatically speaking, words like a, an, and the are considered articles. And generally speaking, smart aleck moves like that are gonna get your ass fired. Hit that buzzer and let's get ready for... That Wall Street Journal is rough around the edges. Okay, finger on your buzzer. This one's worth $34.95. Say the Wall Street Journal decides to toughen up its image by calling itself the Mean Streets Journal. What will you not see in its pages? An advice column by Robert De Niro, stock tips by Martin Scorsese, an op-ed page by Marlon Brando, or music reviews by Harvey Keitel. Take it! No, Harvey will be there conducting those music reviews. You know, waving his big old baton. Well, it seems so obvious now, doesn't it? The movie Mean Streets did not involve Marlon Brando. It was actually the first movie Scorsese, De Niro, and Keitel made together. Or am I thinking of Goodfellas? Or wait, was that Casino? Or no, Taxi Driver. Oh, I don't know. Tickle your buzzer and look.
There was a journalist who sucked and hacking was his trade. Oh, H-A-C-K-S, 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 and hacking was his trade. Oh.
Welcome to Hacks. Don't forget, buzz in on the first letter of the correct answer to win the cash. If you get all 5 letters, you, my friend, get the cash. Let's do it. Parasite needs one. Welcome. Siskel and Ebert are filled blank. Critics. Newswire service. Read me a bedtime blank. Story. Not video. I hear you. One more letter for the bonus. The Queen's hubby. Ted on Nightline. Capel. Queen. Axe. Bonus. All right, get a load of you. Let's keep going. Poke that buzz. Whoa, hardly worth it, huh? Well, what can you do? This one's called Going to Bet with Your Publisher. Okay, you know that health magazine called Self? Well, check this out. Suppose Self magazine gets sold to a Buddhist publisher. What will its new name most likely be? Greater Self magazine, No Self magazine. Go for it! Greater Self? Yeah, in your case, more like Suckier Self. Huh, all the smart people usually pick this one. As my endless studies have taught me, the concept of no self is one of the key ideas in Buddhist teachings. And it comes as no surprise that the Buddhists want in on the women's magazine market. I mean, now that they know that Brad Pitt sells. Come on. All right, the category is We All Live in a Yellow Magazine. Here comes the questione. Which of these headlines is the best example of yellow journalism? Does Bert ever not wear a turtleneck? The Simpsons, a portrait of cowardice. Pac-Man turns kids into zombies. Do it!
Must have more quarters. Must have more quarters.
Yellow journalism is meant to sensationalize a topic and make people want to buy papers.
Learn more about it on the Channel 5 Action News segment, How Sensationalistic Newspaper Articles Can Kill You, tonight.
How much cash we playing for? And the category is If he keeps moving his head like that, it'll fall off. Coming at you. If Stone Phillips were actually Lodestone Phillips, what would an admiring Dateline viewer most likely say about him? He's so hot, he melted my TV. He's got a magnetic personality. He's got a chiseled jaw. Or he's magic. I just want to kiss him. Go for it. Lodestone is a naturally magnetic mineral. And coming up, a groundbreaking story on...
Hey, get this filing cabinet off me!
Oh, and the silverware! Don't get
Hit that buzzer and let's check out the cash. This one will be the slimy underbelly of society. All right, you're going to have to buzz in and type your answer on this one because I'm trying to remember the name of this guy. What is his name? God, think. He was a correspondent for 2020, and then he was the host of a tabloid talk show. You know, he had his nose broken during a show, and he opened a gangster's vault and found nothing inside. Ugh, who is he? All you had to do was type this. Oh, yeah! The investigative journalist on 2020 who got big ratings for finding nothing in Al Capone's vaults, which led him to getting his own talk show where he got his nose broken, is none other than Jerry Rivers. I mean, Geraldo Rivera. Wait a minute. Tons of hype about Capone's vault, big letdown. Tons of hype about Seinfeld's last episode, big letdown. And Geraldo was on both of them. Coincidence? I don't think so. All right, smack your buzzer and let's see what dollar value you can... Ugly! Wow. Well, this one's going to be called... It's like a TV, but it's smarter than I am. Look out, here it comes. Which of these is the best PC way to describe America's percentage of households with a PC? 10% are nurturing knowledge seekers. 25% find validity in scientific growth. 45%. It's yours if you want it. At the end of the century, almost half of American households will own PCs. And sadly, the rest of the computerless nation will remain geekiness challenged. Hit your buzzer and snag the cat. Oh yeah. It's time to play Dis or Dat. This Dis or Dat's category name is Lies as Big as the Universe. All right, I'm going to read off 7 items. And for each one, you need to tell me if it's a celestial body, a tabloid, or both. You cash in for each one you get right, but you lose out for each one you get wrong or that you don't get to. You got 30 seconds to nail all 7. And we're up. Sun, celestial body, galaxy, black hole, Inquirer, star, mirror, meteor. Beautiful. Okay, my friend, there's your score. Let's see what you can do to it. How much will this one be worth? There you go. Nice. Okay, here's your category. Occupations that sound worse than they really are. Okay, now you're going to have to think back for this one. You know, I'll bet your dad made you rake the leaves in the yard and you're still pissed about it, right? Well, if you grew up to become a muckraker, how could you get back at your dad for making you rake leaves? Expose him as a slob, expose him as a plum. Take it! The muckrakers were writers and journalists in the early 20th century who exposed corruption in industry and business. Come here! You know, I may be a ruthless exploiter of the proletariat, but I can still whip your butt! Hey, bring the belt! Tickle your buzzer and let's see how much cash... And your category is... the 11 o'clock GNews. Okie doke. For this one, buzz in and type the answer that completes this quote. No GNews is good GNews with... Here's what you should have typed in. The news segment on the children's program The Great Space Coaster always contained the catchphrase, no GNews is good GNews with Gary GNew.
Gary, don't pronounce the G's.
I'm working on it, damn it. Hit that buzzer and let's see that. And for your viewing pleasure, the show's over. Now go away. Ready, set, here you go. If news anchor Maria Shriver were to live up to her name and shrive people on TV, how would she most likely end her broadcast?
Got ID? I'm Maria Shriver. You're forgiven. I'm Maria Shriver. Buzz off. I'm Maria Shriver.
Do it! To shrive is to give or receive a confession of sins. You know, at first they found that the on-screen baptisms tended to decrease the viewership, until she started wearing that bikini. Looks kind of weird with that collar, though. Hold that buzzer. Let's see how much cash you can get. Extra, extra. Read all about this clue. Someone special's on the air. Huh. This one's news to me. Oh well, good luck. Let's check out that final score. There it is.
Bring nature to your bathroom with
twigs and leaves.
Very natural toilet paper made of
twigs and leaves.
It's not post-consumer content. It's not recycled paper. It's not even paper. It's just
twigs and leaves.
We collect from the forests of
America.
Back in the natural days, before there were real bathrooms, before there was toilet paper, they used
twigs and leaves.
Pick up a sack today, now with 50% fewer thorns. Not for use with actual plumbing systems.
This Friday, the Home Entertainment Channel brings you Catholic Confessions. Hear and see the deepest secrets of these faithful churchgoers through the use of hidden cameras in a confessional booth.
Forgive me, Father, for I have sinned.
Could you please speak up and lean back slightly?
Watch as these hell-bound sinners make a break for heaven.
Well, I covet my neighbor's wife.
And does she covet you back?
These priests have heard it all, and now so will you. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you'll ever hear. These are some of the most original sins you' ever.
Could you describe these impure thoughts?
Explicitly?
Please, it's important.
Remember, if they weren't guilty of something, they wouldn't be here. Friday on AGC.
Tune in this week as 5 Frosty finalists compete for the title of World's Strongest Snowman.
The crane is lowering the 200-pound corncob pipe into Snowball Bob's mouth. It's in place. Oh! Snowball Bob just couldn't hang on to it.
Okay, the coal truck is backed up right beside Mr. Shivers. And here comes the coal out of the dump chute. Oh, it looks like Mr. Shivers did not hold up very well.
Carrot Nose will attempt to wrestle this polar bear. Ouch! The bear has taken a bite out of his carroty nose.
He should have used a button.
The World's Strongest Snowman competition. Are you snowman enough?
Taylor, why aren't those earnings projections on my desk?
Has this happened to you? We can help. We're SkyFib. Using an advanced network of satellites and messaging pagers, SkyFib provides you with instant, context-appropriate excuses.
Taylor, I'm still waiting for those earnings projections. Why don't you have them?
Excuse me, my pager. I had to go to Lamaze class.
You're pregnant? Well, okay.
SkyFib can help in any situation.
Honey, Tammy said she saw you going into the bowling alley last night. Weren't you working late?
I was, doing a bowl-a-thon for kids with smallpox.
Oh, honey, I'm so impressed.
And you'd be impressed to know who uses SkyFib.
Mr. President, did you have an extramarital affair with that woman?
Oral sex is not adultery.
Let SkyFib help you today.
But honey, wasn't smallpox eliminated in the 70s?
I just, wanted the kids to have a transmission error. I'm dead, aren't I?
Oh, yes.
Mom and Dad, pack up the station wagon and bring the kids to Cubby Wadsworth's drive-through zoo. My name is Cubby. I have a zoo. You can drive through it. It's the only drive-through zoo in the whole tri-state area. It's perfectly safe. Sure, the animals are wild, but the exhaust fumes tend to make them listless. There was that time, though, when those lions ripped open the sunroof on that Hyundai like they were peeling back the tab on a pudding pack. Whoa. But what the hell? You sign the disclaimer, you take your chances. We've got monkeys, we've got zebras, we've got all sorts of exotic animals, like goats and stuff. Whatever the big zoos have, or don't want anymore, we have. We've even got an elephant. He's not looking too good. So you better hurry up and get down here to Cubby Wadsworth's drive-through zoo, off Old Route 2, right next door to Cubby Wadsworth's Grill. We'll scrape off whatever's on your grill and cook it up for you real good. Baboon's mighty tasty with a slab of melted cheese on it.
This week on Rent-A-Cops.
Yeah, we got a call for backup over at the gymnasium.
Rent-A-Cops takes on the mean sidewalks of Jackson Community College.
It's homecoming weekend. They needed some extra crowd control.
Hey, is that an open container? You can't just walk around with that. Hey, you can't pull that out. Get back here.
Okay, in pursuit of 3 underage drinkers. While they hopped over a fence, I lost them.
Hey, you! Will you turn that down? You got some complaints? Hey, you!
They're throwing eggs! They're throwing eggs at me! I'm hit! I'm hit!
Rent-A-Cops, what they gonna do?
How many times has this happened to you?
Daddy, what's the difference between absolute and relative surplus value according to Marx?
Go play with this ball, honey.
Middle-class buffoon.
Well, it won't happen again.
Look what I have for you, sugar.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Thanks, Daddy.
You're welcome, sweetie.
The brightly colored pictures help me understand the general law of capitalist accumulation. And the pop-up stick figures tell me all about heterogeneous and serial manufacture.
Yep.
There's even a scratch and sniff chapter about machinery and modern industry.
That's right, honey.
Daddy, you're the greatest. Now, can you tell me how the expression of female sexuality can challenge the patriarchal order?
I love you, pumpkin.
The illustrated Das Kapital. Also available, the Gross Anatomy Book of Cutout Dolls and the Kama Sutra playset.
I don't know how we're gonna afford Dad's funeral and serve finger sandwiches afterwards.
We were able to pay for the casket and the headstone, but now I can't afford to make a casserole for after the services.
Sound familiar? Afraid one day you'll be stuck serving cheese and crackers to a room of hungry mourners? Well, we understand your pain and embarrassment, and we're here to help. We're Azrael & Sons Funeral Homes and Pizza Parlors. I mean, let's face it, when someone dies, the rest of us eat. And at Azrael & Sons, we're here to put all your mourning and munching worries to rest. Our funeral directors have 30 years of experience in funeral arrangement. And our pizza chefs have won over 200 taste test competitions. You get the room, the casket, our 30 years of experience, and your choice of deep dish or thin crust, all for one low price. So remember, in your time of sorrow and hunger, Azriel and Sons Funeral Homes and Pizza Parlors. Azriel and Sons, you kill 'em, we'll feed 'em.